Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Russell Wilson. What the hell is going on? Oh my goodness, on so many different levels. We're going to try to dive into it, lock in. Here we go. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into this video, two things. First, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. You want to be part of it. You want to support the channel. I sincerely appreciate it. Get over to the Quarterback School Patreon community. I appreciate the support. Never been cheaper, never been easier, never been more content available. So I appreciate it. Get over there. The next thing here. Okay, normally, I prefer to do videos on quarterbacks and teams that are playing well. I think it's more fun. I just prefer it. I prefer to see good ball. But occasionally, my curiosity gets the best of me. And this is one of those cases. Now, normally, the film will indicate that it's usually more than just the quarterback that's struggling. It's maybe the players around him, the system, the protection, all of the above. This is one of those videos, okay, and it's tough here. Now, I'll try to provide some evidence as we go through it, where there are many variables, but the big variable is the quarterback. And that's just the truth of it. So there will be some plays where I'll go deep into the weeds in the pass pro, in the run game, and you can skip through it if you're not that interested. But the quarterback play itself, it is shockingly sloppy. The decision making is bizarre. And there are just some plays that are, you can't do anything other than say, what the hell is going on? And so I don't pretend to have the answers. I'll try to show some context, but on some of these plays, there are no kind of words to describe, hey, this is how we can do this better, if you do it like this, the way that it is on this film, it's usually not for long, and that's just the truth of it. So prepare yourself, strap in, lock in, let's get it going. Let's dive into it. Russell Wilson, the Broncos, what the hell is going on? Damn. First one here, 3rd and 3. We're going to get a flat down here to the number 3 with the bunch, and it's completed. It's just not a first. It's just terrible football. It's horrific execution. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the depth is determined by the sticks, meaning that he's got to get at least to the first down marker. Now, play-wise here, look at the shift up top. We've got the back. We're bringing him in. That's a linebacker walking out with him. Man coverage. And that's why people do that shift. Real simple, easy. I don't really even care what the number 1 and the number 2 do down here. To me, it doesn't matter. We're trying to get the ball to the number 3 right here. The sticks, let's just say the sticks are the 20-yard line. Whatever this release is, then the flat runner, the number 3, has got to get up past the sticks and come out. You cannot, at any level of football, come out and run a 1 to 2 yard thing and get tackled and not get a first down after completion. Cannot. Horrific football. Terrible. Any adjective you want doesn't do it justice. This sucks. So the first down marker is what? The 22. He comes out on the 20. Tackle, completion, punt. It's not winning football at any level. Now, this is not on Russ. Okay, try to be as objective as we can be. Next one here, 3rd and 3. Ball's on the 6. Okay, this is going to be a long one, so lock in here. You can skip ahead if the run game is not your jam, but this is the jam of how you get your ass kicked in the NFL, by losing on both edges on what I'm going to call duo. It's 3rd and 3 in the red zone. We are getting smoked on both edges. Now, I'm going to call this run duo. I don't think they block it exactly how I would prefer duo blocked. Okay, so we're going to talk about how they try to block it and what goes wrong, and then we're going to talk about how I would block it. Okay, so first off, just watch the edges. The bottom right edge, L, tight end. Up top, 53, L, beats a double team. Okay, so let's just assume, let's talk, this is how, imagine they're trying to block this. So here, we take an L there. Right here, it looks like they're trying to double team up to long here. Looks like we go one-on-one here. We've got a double team to no one. Okay, double team, no movement right here. It looks like these two tight ends up top are trying to double to 40. Okay? And we take an L on 53 who does a jump around. That looks like what they're trying to do. And there are the 2 L's. Horrific. Okay, terrible blocking. Not how I would block it. And we take L's on the perimeter, on the edges. How I personally would block this and how teams in high school would block this is you count the backside. If you have a tight end in here, they can block the 4 most dangerous. Who are the 4 most dangerous? Just count it out. 1, 2, 3. Is he in the box? You know, I would probably say no, but let's just for fun say he's the 4th guy. Okay, so linebacker type right there. So what you would do is you would go out. You would do right here to this number 4, and you'd have a one-on-one right there at the point. Not ideal in duo, but whatever. Then on the front side, we would have this double team back to 7, long hair, and then we'd have this double team, 53 to 40. It's called duo, double teams. Double team, double team, double team. Okay, and then you have on duo, the open edge, the front side edge is always going to be open. That's how I would block it. Now, I'm just a random YouTuber, but I'm also not getting TFLs on 3rd and 3 at the 6-yard line. It's horrific ball, y'all. Okay, and then let's just say, just for fun, okay, we want to block it like they're blocking it, which I would say is not great. The 2 guys that get beat here are guys off the ball. Okay, so many times you'll give these guys flexibility. Instead of having your hand on homeboy like this, let's just go like, you know, stacked a little bit inside to get an angle. There's no rules on where you line up off the ball. You're off the ball. You can line up anywhere. You can line up back here. I don't care. Wherever you can go to basically jade this thing, to not get beat across your face. So there's so many errors. It's so bad. It's so shitty. And this is not on Russell Wilson. It's just not. Okay, so there's going to be plenty on Russell Wilson, but this ain't it. Field goal. Next one, strip sack, fumble. This is bad now. Okay, this is a lot bad. We're working a spot down here to the bottom. This thing comes off like a fumble. I don't care. I'm not going to go back and watch the broadcast. Is it? Isn't? I don't really care. I will tell you that in my opinion, okay, this is on Russell Wilson. What I mean by that is his footwork is sloppy as hell in this game. Watch his footwork at the top. See how he drifts? We talk about dovetailing to the left to stay in the center. He hits and then he drifts to the left. Well, that gives 53 an angle, a wider turn. If he steps up in the pocket, bro, step up in the pocket, drifting to the left. Why are we drifting to the left? Because the target is to the left. They're just running an iteration of spot or snag right there and then to the corner. I can't tell you who he's trying to throw to. It looks like he's trying to throw to the corner, which I would say the decision is not that great either. But let's just worry just about the footwork. See him drift to the left? Because he drifts to the left instead of up, look at the pass protection. It's great. Get up there, bro. Up. And the footwork is sloppy. Really shockingly sloppy. Bizarre sloppy. And right here it leads to a fumble. Again, why take this step at the back? I'll tell you why. Because he's not lined up to the left. So he's got to open his hip up, which he does right there, but now he's moving, probably because he can't see. Okay, now that's my assumption. Just get up in the pocket. 1, 2, 3, up. Instead, disaster witch. Holy cow. Next one, another bad one. This is tough for me. This to me is a lot good and then a lot bad. So he's getting zeroed. He checks in the 7-person full slide protection. We've got a chance for a big post up top. Throw it. Touchdown. Throw it. Throw it. Instead, we throw a hitch. Do we know what Norv Turner used to call hitches? Hitches are for rhymes with witches. Okay, frowned upon nowadays to say. I get it. But right here, there's so much good. We're getting zeroed. Check, check, check. 7-person full slide protection. We're getting zeroed. Okay, I know a great course that talks about how to beat every coverage. I'll give you a little sneak peek here. The first thing, if you get zeroed, you want to run to the post. Okay, now it's not always great depending on the leverage of these corners. Usually the corner will be inside leverage, so you can't just run up and take a touchdown. But right here, this to me, 100% of the time, 99.9% of the time, We must throw this ball up top. And you audibled, bro? You got the perfect check. Full slide with the back across. It's perfect. We're going to come out here and throw a hitch. We can throw a hitch anytime we want. Most teams can throw a hitch every play. A post versus zero? I mean, look at it. You be the judge. It's bad ball, okay, in my opinion. We're also drifting to our left again. I really, really like the ability to check into it, but then everything else is not good enough. Next one here. This is actually a 3rd and 3. This is a weird scramble. I don't really pretend to understand. Really like 3rd and medium. Scramble to our left and just chuck it 5 yards out of bounds. Okay? Even the little kids on the sideline don't know what the hell's going on. So whatever's there, it's not there originally. Okay, nice job scrambling here, staying alive. Now, does his hand get hit? I don't think so. Look where the ball ends up. First of all, look at the ball come out. That looks like a medicine ball flying at you. Okay, then look where it lands. The white is 2 yards. The yellow's 2 or 3 yards. That's 5 yards out of bounds, y'all. Look at the little kid on the sideline raises his hands like, what the hell is that? So now let's go back to the wide here. This is another part that creeps into the film. His vision, his decision making. Look at the back. So I'm not going to say you're going to get to it right here. I mean, maybe you get to it just in phase and the structure of the play right there would be nice. But all right, go nuts, go scramble. Now, it'd be one thing if you say, oh, he can't see it. There's a guy right here. Here's Russ right here. Here's the back. And here's the tight end that he throws. So, I mean, if he sees the tight end, it's all the same lane, right? Like, I mean, this guy is wide open. There's not a defender. This guy, there's a defender. This pass is 3 yards with no one around him. Just what the hell is going on, man? I mean, this is like, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but this is getting close. This is just chucking it up. I mean, missing by yards out of bounds. Never in history ball. Again, just play it out from back here. Watch the back. I get it. Who knows what the read is? Now we're going to go make a play. 28 is wide open. What? Oh, man. Next one. 10 seconds left. Second quarter, right before half. We're going to scramble to our right. And really, I'm going to call this a little lucky. It works out. They get a field goal attempt. You tell me, I mean, does he look fast? Does he look like he's running away from a defensive lineman, 98? I mean, now, maybe 98 can run a 4.3. I don't know. But he got hawked right there in 2 steps. Look at this throw. I mean, I'm pretty sure his arm gets hit. Now, it works out. I mean, that thing is end over end. 14 does a nice job coming back, saving us on the sideline. It works out. But just judge the athletic ability, the burst here. Full speed. Whoa, 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 whoa. 3 steps hawked. And it worked out. Great. Hey, good for you. Get a field goal attempt at the end of the half. I love it. But let's not lie about what's going on in the film. The film is showing a lack of burst and getting lucky, not looking explosive. Ball's not coming out of the hand the way that we would love it to. Everything looks slow. And we get a little fortunate. Nice before half. Next one here. Play action boot to the bottom. I love this play call. I love this design. In my opinion, we get a little unfortunate with how the coverage works out. But this decision is LOL. This is just throwing up a punt. 50-50 ball. Go up there and help us out. It's a bizarre decision because if you look to the backside in, it's wide ass open. So I love the play call. This design works the vast majority of the time. I love this play. They get a little unlucky, and I'll talk about what that means from the wide. But this ball has to go to the in on the backside. The in's wide open. So first, let's watch it just for the backside in. So no to the deep post. Okay, look at the backside in. Look at the lane. Okay, so this is what we'll call a big Dino. It's just a big fancy post. Look at the middle field player. He's way over the top of that. Okay, now when I say unlucky, I'm saying that instead of a Dino, which to me is post, corner, post here, just imagine if we would come up here and run post, corner. Okay, there's nobody out here. And that's what I mean when I say unlucky with the design. But the quarterback is the decision maker. We're running a post. There's a guy 5 yards over the top in the direction of the post. Okay, don't throw it, bro. There's no one in your face. You're looking right at it. But you know what is coming right into your face? The in. I mean, just look at the lane. Look at it. Like, there will never be a better opportunity to throw a backside in than this. There will never be a decision to say, do not throw post. The guy is way over the top. It's shockingly bad. It's actually like borderline disturbingly bad. I don't know how you go into the meeting room and say, hey, we'll get him next time, fellas. That one's on me. I love so much about this. I do think they get a little unlucky with having the big route, the double move, go into the technique of the middle field player, because you're hoping that middle field player reacts to the boot action. But that's just a prayer. Next one. This is a nice out up top. Finally, we get a nice throw. Okay, now I will add that, in my opinion, the footwork at the back end is sloppy. There's a lot of wasted movement. There's a lot of wasted movement if this was at the high school level, let alone a dude who's been doing it at a high level for a long time. Watch the drop at the back. See that little extra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, and then da-da. It's like a gallop hop. It's just wasted movement. You don't see that very often in the NFL. Now the throw works out, and the guy beats him like a drum up top. We talk about this all the time. That technique right there, where the corner has his rear to the sideline, and he's essentially bailing out. You have anything you want outside the numbers. So again, his rear is facing the sideline, the corners. We got whatever we want. But just take 5, hit your back foot, get lined up with a perfect base, tight hitch or reset, and throw this thing with anticipation. Instead of whatever this footwork is, where you're like, we're just unnecessary movement. Did it? But at least we ripped it down the field outside the numbers. I like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, completion. Let's go. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all those things to help promote the channel. It means a lot to me. I sincerely appreciate it. If you dig the videos, you can also become a Quarterback School Patreon community member. Great way to get even more Quarterback School content. Never been easy, never been cheaper. In addition, we've got Quarterback School courses on all my favorite topics, and we have a bunch of free resources. All of those things can be found in the video description. Get over there, check them out. I sincerely appreciate it. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here. This is a really nice completion to 14 on the bottom on the over. Okay, this is some Russ pass pro by the back. Just getting bulldozed right in our lap. I think Russell does a nice job of showing some toughness here. Certainly nice adjustment by 14. This is not a perfect throw. But you got to hang tough sometimes playing quarterback, and he does a really nice job here. We get the big crosser. We got someone right in our lap playing quarterback. So we're going to run this kind of post clear, get out of here for us. It's going to take 2 up top. Both these guys are gone. And then we're just coming all the way across. It looks like he's trying to get the invert replace right here, telling the free safety, hey, you go take the crosser, but he's staying back. So we get, at the end of the day, we get this big space for this over. You know, a perfect throw, obviously, is going to be right down his line. He's going to catch it and it'll be a race to the pylon. But the adjustment here, really nice by Sutton to be able to fall into that thing. But from Russ, you know, when your back is getting bulldozed right in your lap and you've got all sorts of color coming at you, now I think he has the actual right idea to bail a little bit and just lay this thing out there. He just misses. He's just not putting the ball where he wants right now. He's got all sorts of ball control issues. And right here he gets fortunate that the guy makes a great adjustment. Hell of a catch, because that would have been a bummer of a miss. But again, watch the back. I mean, what are we doing? Help us out back. You got to come ready for a collision. I mean, right? What are we doing? Boom. Jeez. Nice play from Russell Wilson right there to give us a chance. Better catch. Next one here. 1st and 10. To me, this is a very weird play design. Okay. Bad sack in the red zone. There's a lot bad here. Certainly Russell Wilson has elements of it. This needs to be a throwaway. But watch him catch the snap and look to our left. Okay, so he's looking to the left. It's not there. By the time he comes back across the field, there's nothing there. But we have to throw the ball away. We can't take run-around slow motion sacks like that. So what is he looking at up top? He looks like he's looking at what looks like a locked quick out, which I can't imagine that's what you want, and then like a little check down in his face. If this is what you want, let's just say, let's pretend this is good offense, because it's not. And you go 1 to 2. The ball has to go that fast. 1 to 2. No. Okay, down here, we have what I'm going to call stubby. Okay, this just means man everywhere he goes. And then essentially these 3 are coning these 2. Okay, there's a bunch of great stubby beaters. I know a great course that goes into significant depth in this kind of red 7 crap. At the end of the day, what you normally want to do is just run them off and then run somebody right in behind them. And that's kind of what happens here. But because he's looking this way first, he's never going to get here. You're never going to be able to go 1 and then 2 back to this route and then potentially 3 out here. It's just never going to work. That's the timing of it is all happens at the same time. So by the time you come back, watch him come back, 9's already not there, right? See how he's there right now, but then he's not there when he looks. And so we got nothing. But right here, the ball has to be thrown into the first row. You cannot take sack on 1st down inside the 10. It's just horrendous football. It's bad design. It's bad execution. It's terrible quarterbacking, decision-making, getting rid of the ball. It's actually decent pass protection. And that's got to be frustrating for the offensive line right there. Wow, that's a bad one. Next one, 2nd and 13. Okay, we got a miss off-platform throw for a touchdown down here to the slot. Now, there are things that we'll talk about with the route that I think could be better. This ball hits the ground. But we can make this throw. Like, this is Russ, right? Like, you got to cook here. Red area, off platform, be an athlete. Now, a lot of teams have iterations of this play, which we're going to call I'm going to call fades here. Could be comebacks. It doesn't really matter on the outside. This play is really designed for the 3 interior guys. So it's usually a deep hook over the ball. And then like what I'm used to calling search routes, where you come up and you kind of press in a little bit and come out. Come up like you're running a seam, press in and come out. Now the thing about these things at the top here, the most important part here is at the top of this route, you got to come out flat. It's almost like a hinge comeback, like back down. You can't fall out of it. Now, that being said, you still can't throw a grounder to him. So it's got to be somewhere in between. But this certainly has some of it on the receiver for me. At the top, see how he falls out at the top down here at the slot right there? We're falling out backwards. I want us coming out flat. Like, look at the slot up top. The slot up top turns out, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's just, there's no winners. But, man, we can still make that throw. Comes up, throws him a Tebow at the guy's ankles, and it's a one-hopper. And you just, real hard to be successful in the red area when you're not accurate and you can't get the ball out on time and you're making sketchy decisions. It's a lot bad. Next one here, 3rd and 1. Finally, we get a touchdown pass. This is a really nice design. The 1's cross. The 2 gets a pick 2. Nice job from Russell Wilson working the pocket. Finally within the pocket. Watch this little subtle pocket movement. Up, buy enough time. 2 hands on the ball. That's outstanding. That's what we need. That's what we want. So design-wise, what am I talking about when I say great design? To me, where the ball ends up going here is on this crosser all the way across. Now, how does it get there? Well, the 1s, both the 1 eligibles, the outside guys, cross. And then the number 2, where this play is really made, he's going to work the back line. But on his way to the back line, he's going to pick the corner on the other side. So really, at the end of the day, this guy up top is navigating. He's got this over, And he's got this back line to be able to kind of choose. So he wants to go in between those guys to get over there. You got opportunities for multiple picks. So that's the part when I say great design that I love to see. Multiple rubs. Boom, boom. There it is. Touchdown. You couple that great design with some good quarterback play, some pocket movement, 2 hands on the ball, good vision, touchdown. Yes, thank you. Next one, 3rd and 10. Game's winding down here. Up top, verse 0, we get a post. We already talked about this. This time we throw it, and we're not anywhere close to the same page. Really fortunate that it's not a turnover. To me, this is the right decision. The tight end, terrible block. 80 lets us down. We had some rough blocking on the edge in this game. This is finally the right decision, but it looks like the wide receiver is shocked that he's getting the ball. So again, we talked about you catch 0, nobody back here. Immediately we want to get to the post. So normally teams will have landmarks. Say to the field, it's the near hash, at 40 yards, whatever, 50 yards, near upright. It doesn't matter. But you've got to be smoking. Okay, as fast as you can, 100 meter, press his toes, set the landmark, and trust your quarterback to put it on the landmark. Right here, you be the judge. It looks like he's just chilling. Just chilling, dog. Cover 0. Don't worry. I'm running a clear or post. I'm never going to get it. Oh, I almost throw a pick to the corner. Look at this shot Russell Wilson's taking here. Boom. That's a nice toughness throw. A little chuck and duck. But look at the receiver. He's not even looking for the ball. Like it's terrible offense. Look at the fucking wide receiver is not looking at the ball. I'm not sure you could have the clicker and say, bro, just throw the out, a little scissors action up top. Well, you got to get rid of that ball way before you know that out's going to be open. But I don't know who the hell that wide receiver is up top, but I'm throwing the out next time. You don't have to tell me twice. That is a terrible post up top. Terrible. Terrible. Watch the tight end on our left. Again, and I know I talked about it on the run with what I'm going to call duo, but this is a very difficult block. In my opinion, the hardest blocks on full slide blocks, and I'm not a pass pro guru, but the hardest ones are the front side ones. And I used to like to tell guys, hey, cheat these splits. And when you're the sniffer, you can really cheat it. You can get in the tackle's hip. Why does it matter? Because instead of having to down block this guy, you can get here and hard set, quick pass set, so that you don't have to block this crazy angle. It's just, it's frustrating. And yeah, it might give it away, but it doesn't matter. They're in fucking 0. So then you get jumped around again. How many times is 53 going to jump around? Just absolutely put these cats in the shed. Whoop. Tough to play quarterback that like that. Finally, we see the Russell Wilson helicopter deep ball, but that's not DK Metcalf out there. Look at that thing. What, 5 yards away from him? And granted, I'm putting that all on the wide receiver. That route sucked. But that pass pro sucked too. There's a lot bad, man. There's a lot bad. 4th and 10. Finally, we see some capital A anticipation down here to the slot. Drop. Now, it's not perfect throw, but look when he lets this thing go. He's separated right here. Look at the slot. Running and out. Again, we catch 0. We learned our lesson. Get to the out. This is the next play, I think. Hits him in the hands. Hits him in the hands. Nice anticipation, Russ. Good little touch. Drop. Good night. Just what an absolute disaster sandwich. Tough. One more time, just the anticipation of it, because I think, you got to be able to show the full picture here. There was not a lot of anticipation, but this is a nice throw. That's wide open too. Damn. Drop. Let's be honest about this thing. There are errors everywhere, but Russell Wilson has as much, if not more, than anybody else. And that's just the truth of the film. And just because there's a couple good plays doesn't take anything away from the sloppy footwork, the weird decision making. A lot bad. So that is a wrap. Week 12, Russell Wilson. It's bad, y'all. The film is as bad as I would have thought. I think the nicest way I can put it is that Russell Wilson really looks almost like a funhouse mirror of what he was. And what that means in a gentle way is that the explosiveness, the change of direction, the playmaking ability, it's just not there. It's not on the film. He can't separate. In addition, I think there are some bizarre decision-making elements, whether it's turning down throws, not throwing throws, the vision, not seeing things, throwing the ball out of bounds when there are easy first downs in front of him. Some of the footwork, just shockingly sloppy, a massive amount of wasted movement. But there are still some elements. There's like an outline. You can still kind of see flashes occasionally, but it's nowhere near. It's not even breathing the same air as consistency. And so that part of it is just bizarre, really. It does feel like when I'm watching the film, that I'm walking through like a funhouse of just like bizarre, kind of murky, muddy images that look like they used to be someone good, but like it's really, there's no clear, clean, big plays. Everything is just kind of like a bizarre clusterfuck. It really is. There's no nice way to put it. And I think when you combine that quarterback play with some execution errors, maybe some unfortunate, unlucky situations with the play design, some poor execution, whether it's depths or not converting third downs or dropping balls, all that together, it's just a disaster cocktail. It's horrific football, and I feel bad on many different levels to even have to share it, watch it, but I felt like my curiosity just got the best of me and just went, what the hell is going on? And there is no one thing. I'm not sure it's fixable. I'm optimistic enough to think that potentially it can be, but I don't know how you get away from how sloppy he's playing footwork-wise, with the vision, with the ball control, with what they're asking him to do. I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's really, really, really tough. And I don't think there's anything close to this quarterback situation anywhere else in the league right now. So thanks so much for trying to get through this video. I sincerely appreciate the support for the channel. If you have comments, concerns, disagree, let me know in the comments. I appreciate the support. As always, I will see you next time. Have a good one.